Hello, James here, and we're going to talk about the head-up display or the HUD system in the Hyundai IONIQ 5. And previously when I talk about it, it's really hard to relay back to you guys without any visual cues. And I did a drive over to Glasgow and back, hitting an Ionity charger. So we'll be doing a nighttime drive and we'll see what the head-up display looks like and how it functions. There's two different modes. There's the augmented reality, where it has little arrows that kind of tells you where you need to turn off on the road, and also there's the normal mode, which kind of gives you a view of your surroundings. So it kind of gives you a visual representation of other vehicles around you on the road, and it's really handy for your blind spot monitoring because it kind of tells you when the car's coming across on your blind spot, especially in the dark. So to adjust the head-up display, if we swipe across, go to settings and then go to vehicles, we'll have different modes here. We want to go to head-up display. So on head-up display, we've got display modes. There's three different modes. There's augmented reality, standard, and head-up display. So that's the different modes that you get. And then on the display control, you can adjust the height of the augmented reality, so you can move it up and down on the display. You can even rotate it for whatever reason. And then you got the brightness control here as well. So we have the augmented reality calibration, and what this does is allow you to adjust the height of your visual cues in front of you. So you can take out a little bit more real estate or less if you want. There's also, you can adjust the left or the right. I mean, if you don't want it dot on center and you just want it offset to your driving position, you can do that. Then we have content select, and then there's turn info, driver's convenience info, blind spot safety info, and speedometer display. And those can be turned on and off here also if you don't need all those information in front of you. Before we set off, if you'd like to help grow this channel and fill it with more contents like this, please hit the like and subscribe button and smack that notification bell. So first up, we're going to look at the normal mode on the head-up display, and you can see it's got a representation of the vehicles to your left as I'm passing them, and this is also part of your center console, which I've displayed on the top right. You can also see that the green lines on the left and right of the little steering wheel, that shows you your road position between the sort of like lines there. And with it being green, it means it's activated on the highway drive assist mode, which is the lane keep assist. You will also see that we've got blind spot monitor, which shows up in the red with the sort of like red cone shape to your left and right of people passing you. As we pass this truck, you'll see when we indicate back into the left lane, the lines on the head-up display kind of moves along with you to kind of show you lane changing or your position between each lane. So there's a car coming on my right, and you'll see the blind spot monitors going off in the vehicle. So we have it in the head-up display, we have it in the screen in front of you, and also the wing mirror highlights also. So there's a lot of visual cues about your blind spot, and it's kind of hard to miss when it's right in front of your face on the windshield. And here it is activated again. And the vehicle moving into the lane in front of me, and you'll see it popping up on the head-up display. So it still has those rectangular shapes for the vehicles in front of you. As we're nearing Glasgow, I've turned on the turn-by-turn information display on the head-up display, and on the top part of the HUD you'd see where it's telling me to go. It's telling me to take a right on this 4-lane road towards Glasgow, and that's down the M74, and it's 0.2 miles away. There's also a car on my left going a little bit quicker towards Carlisle, down the opposite direction on the motorway. So you'll see that the blind spot monitor has kicked in again. So now that we're turning off, going westbound. So now I'm going to move out of the lane without indicating, so it's going to give me some warnings, and it kind of shows you your position on the road with the lines on the head-up display. Here I will do it again. You'll get a little vibration in the steering wheel also. So currently we're on the free charge at the moment. We're at 5% and we're just getting up to temperature. The pack is still pretty cold at about 17 degrees C. We're pulling 74 kilowatts at the moment. So this Ionity charger in Glasgow on the M74, it's 6 stalls altogether. So we have 6 of them. I know it's the middle of the night, and over to the left is the Starbucks, so you can grab a coffee just across over there, which is quite handy. And these chargers are pretty smart. I mean, there's room for more stalls really. I mean, you could probably fit a few more around this curve here. So coming down here, I was just doing the national speed limit, and then what happened was I decided to go past here because my state of charge was still quite high and I wanted to get the state of charge lower. So what I did was I passed the junction on the M74 for the Ionity here and decided to, oh, look at that, here we go, 189. Take a screenshot of that. So we're getting 189 kilowatts, 190. Oh my goodness, I think we have done it. I think we've cracked it. So what I did was, on the last part when the charging was low, I basically put it in sports mode and I was just coming on and off junctions just so I can accelerate and decelerate. And just going that little bit quicker, I think helped the battery pack to warm up, because it was still staying around 15 degrees, and with me accelerating on sports mode, I managed to get the car to warm up a little bit. And currently Glasgow's locked down. Well, not locked down. We've got the COP26 summit. Lots of world leaders around to talk about reducing global carbon emissions. And I hope they're going to be doing a good job. So currently these chargers are free to use for this weekend, just because of the COP26 summit. So Ionity has nicely donated, I suppose, free electricity to anyone that's here. So they basically can come here to charge. I mean, this is midnight now, so there's no one around. So it's just me at the moment. And we're down to 49 kilowatts. And that sort of speed is what we get normally on a 50 kilowatt charger. So we'll see how long that lasts for. I'll stay here for a little bit, not because the electricity's free, but for science. I mean, the temperature is 30 to 45 C and it's kind of holding that. I don't think I've seen it go above 45 degrees centigrade yet. I seem hard pushed to get it above 45 C. Okay, so I'm gonna head off now. We're at 98% while I'm messing around. I'm just gonna reset back up. We're down to 19 kilowatts on charge speed. We pulled 72.9 kilowatt hours and it took 47 minutes to get to 98%. So obviously the last 8% probably isn't something that I actually needed to do, but it was interesting to see anyway. And I think it's slow enough now that I think I'll be heading off, even though it says 4 more minutes. I'm just going to set my camera up and then I'm going to cancel this charging session. So the initial drive here, I had the HUD or the head-up display on normal mode, and that gave you the directions and also the vehicles that are around you, which is similar to the display that you see in front now. And it kind of gives you that sort of like tracking motion or cars coming into your blind spot as well. And that's all within the head-up display. So this time round on the drive back, I'm going to switch it to augmented reality mode. And this time what it's going to do is going to show arrows. I think we'll probably see more of it once we get into the turn by turn sort of like level of the vehicle. So we might have to come back to that once we head closer to Livingston. So start from the left, the green circle or the green steering wheel there is the actual lane keep assist, and that can be turned off on the steering wheel. So we turn it back on and we've got the highway drive assist on as well with the navigation. And then next to that is the speed limit, which is 60 miles an hour at the moment. So we're basically on cruise control at 60 miles an hour. And because it's green, it's basically telling us that it's variable. So if we hit 70 miles an hour, it will switch the speed of the vehicle and accelerate us up to 70 and reduce us down depending on the conditions or the signs on the road, which we've seen in the previous video. And then the next one, with the little white bar with the green lines on either side. So that is the distance you want to keep from the vehicle ahead. Oh, there we go, 70 miles an hour. It's launched me forward. Because I've been driving pretty quickly, you can see that it actually launched me or accelerated me forward quicker than in my previous videos. So that's because I was in sports mode before and I wasn't very economical with my drive. And then 70 miles an hour, we're turning left in 0.6 miles and the speed limit here is 70 miles an hour. If we move off the lane without indicating, you'll get an orange chevron and that will beep you back into position. It will even show you where you're going wrong. So I'm going to pull into this lane. So this one goes to Livingston or towards Edinburgh. So we're going to stay in this lane. You can check on the map actually. Yep, so that's correct. So it's telling me to keep on my right for now, because if I go left, it's going to go back into Glasgow. This is such a weird junction, this one. So these junction on the M74 or M73 can be a little bit confusing. So we have this lovely bridge that blocks your view of where you need to turn. So if I was trying to get to Glasgow, I'd have to make a hard left turn just now. So now the augmented reality has a little arrow saying I'll be coming off very shortly, 160 yards. And we're here now. And now it's telling me to go round the roundabout. So the head-up display, no matter which one you use, you don't actually even need to use any of the screens in front of you. You can just use a head-up display, which is probably a little bit easier than looking down. And if you're new to the car, the head-up display is probably the best thing to get acquainted with first, because it's got most of the sort of like details that you need. So there's someone coming up on my blind spot there. And it's asking me if I want to use the lane keep, which I will do. So I'm just going to cruise at 56, just chilled out. I mean, it's 1 o'clock in the morning and there's no real reason for me to speed along. So I'm just gonna have a nice relaxing drive back at 56 miles an hour. So again, it's telling me to go to the right lane, which I need to do because that is towards Edinburgh. So in case you're wondering why I'm saddling the third lane of this 4-lane bit of motorway, it kind of splits off into dual carriageways, left and right. Left goes towards Motherwell, right heads towards Edinburgh. And it's one of these ones that kind of catches you out if you're not paying attention. So having these little arrows telling you where to go is quite handy. Because the minute you go into Motherwell, you got to travel a little bit further down before you can get to a junction to double back round, which is a bit of a pain. So got these big arrows now pointing us towards the right, saying go this way, do not go left. So yeah, so the furthest left is Eurocentral, and the left-hand side one now is Motherwell. Hence why this guy's overtaking me on the inside, which is absolutely fine. So one little arrow, stay to the right. So with the augmented reality mode, there's also a little bar that goes underneath the vehicle ahead of you once you get a little bit closer. And you should be able to see it soon. So there you go. That little bar tells you there's a vehicle ahead and he's going slower than you want. If it's white, it means he's going faster. So currently it's blue. So that means he's going slower than me. I've set myself at 62. So I'm gonna reduce this down to 50. So I should be slowing down. So he should be pulling away. And the bar should end up going white, which means he's actually traveling away from me. So it basically knows that he's going slower. So now, if I speed up again, go 56, little white bar, and that actually tracks them if they switch lanes as well. There you go, it's gone blue again because I'm catching up to the truck ahead. So I'm just gonna stay here. Oh yeah, remember I was saying about the little bars for the distance. So if I hit that now, the car's gonna slow down and let the truck ahead have 4 segments, or let's see how far back it's going to fall. So this here is he still pulling away? I think he's still pulling away. So yeah, so that's the distance with 4 bars. And if I go 3, car's speeding up. So this is 3 bars distance. So we're going to go to 2. Car's accelerated again. So this is 2. And if we go 1, so we're practically 2 car lengths really, aren't we? So it's probably 2, 3, 4 and 5 car lengths. So that kind of makes sense because 1 car length is probably a little bit too close to be slipstreaming behind anybody, especially at high speeds. So on the way back, I'm going to take a few detours And then you guys can see the augmented reality in action. Car coming on my right. So now we're heading into Livingston. You'll see the augmented reality kicking in. So I'm just going to take a few detours as I'm heading back to the stadium, just to give you more of an idea of the little arrows and how accurate they are at pointing you to where you need to go in front of you on the road. So for some reason, these roundabouts here don't actually show up on the augmented reality. I'm not quite sure why that is, if it's just roundabouts in general. It doesn't have the little arrows, or if it's just these ones. So it's telling me to go left. I'm going to take a right, so I'm going to take a little detour, so it's a few more twists and turns. Oh, it's really wanting me to take a hard 90 degrees left. But we're going right, my friend, we're going right. I mean, even without the arrows telling you where to go, having the directions on the bottom right and when you need to turn is very handy. So this is the last turn in. So there you are, folks. That's the augmented reality and normal mode for the head-up display. And even had the little end target of our destination there as we went past it. So I hope you like the augmented reality test. Yeah, it's very handy. It's probably one of the nicest features, rather than on the corner where it's on this little tiny screen in front of you, or clear perspex screen in front of you. This is actually projected on the actual front windshield. So it makes a big difference having that there. It just makes it a little bit easier, so you don't need to keep on looking down at the map or getting a little bit confused where your turn is, because the augmented reality kind of points you in the right direction of where you need to go.